You got goals? Great. Here's how you actually achieve them. Hey there, Enterprisers, what's good? It's Jason Ligo here again, and in this video I want to talk to you about the path to actually achieving your goals. That's right, we're talking about the path to actually achieving your goals, okay? Now when it comes to business, when it comes to life, when it comes to really any goal in mind, right, we all want to be successful, and we all want to achieve our goals, all right? I think though that if you've been alive for any amount of time, not just in business, and not just doing any particular thing, if you're alive, right, if you've been around the block once or twice, if you've ever set a goal, if you've ever had aspirations, if you've ever had dreams that you want to fulfill, you know that really achieving the goal is different from actually setting one. And ultimately, it really is more difficult than some people might seem. And that's due to the fact, I think, that a lot of people are not clear on what their goals are and really have a plan in place on how to actually achieve their goals. And so what we're talking about in this video is 3 very practical and simple tenets or components that will help you in terms of really actually achieving your goals, right? We all have goals. All right, here's how we achieve them. Let's get started. Number 1, definition. Definition. Now I know this sounds simple, but you would be surprised as to how many people do not have their goals clearly defined. And I really believe that that's why we need to start here, and that is the first and the foremost step in this process of actually achieving your goals. You can't really achieve these goals unless you are clear on what they are. And this is the biggest thing, okay? If you ask anyone what they want to do and what they want to accomplish, they'll give you an idea. For instance, as you know, I teach making money online. I teach building a business. I teach, basically I help people take their businesses online and succeed online with marketing and things along these lines. And if you talk to the average aspiring entrepreneur and say, what are your goals? Usually the answer you get is something like this. I want to be successful. I want to make money online. Okay, great. But what does that look like, right? And that's what definition is all about. It's clearly defining what it is that would represent your ultimate goal. And then, of course, as a result, the goals that lead up to that ultimate goal. So for instance, your goal might be to be financially independent. It might be to be rich. It might be to be wealthy. But there are certain tasks that you need to do, and there are certain milestones you can get to before you get to that ultimate dream. So for instance, if you want to be a millionaire, that's a great goal, but you won't become a millionaire until you cross $500,000 first, right? And then, of course, in order to get there, you've got to cross the $250,000, right? Maybe, I'll tell you what, the goal before then that's reasonable would be just hitting the 6-figure mark, or being able to hit $10,000 a month, or being able to, you see what I'm saying? Breaking it down into bite-sized chunks can still represent goals. So as you go through this process, do not, and I mean do not neglect every single detail as would be helpful to you. Once you have a clear outline of goals that are in place, now you can work on a plan. And that also comprises definition. So definition is not just determining what your goal is and clearly spelling it out, but now also carefully crafting a specific plan to get there. The first step to actually achieving your goals, definition. Number 2, drastic action. Drastic action, okay? You may have heard the term massive action before, but I like the term drastic action as well because that often is what it takes to get there. It's not enough just to have a plan in place. Now you have to work your plan. And I could spend absolutely forever on this topic, especially being a coach and a mentor. You would be surprised as to how many people I continue to hear, and I'm sure I'm not the only coach or mentor or trainer like this, but everyone seems to have reasoning or excuses as to why they haven't made it yet, right? As opposed to telling you what the things that they are doing and what more things they plan to do. If you hadn't had the chance yet, watch some of my previous videos and episodes where I go in depth on this, especially with people who don't have resources or claim not to have many things available to their disposal, right? The reality is, if you push, you can absolutely make something happen, all right? You might have limited resources. You might not have $1 million ad budget. You might not have benefactors. You might not have people who can help you, but I'll tell you what, there's absolutely nothing stopping you from taking drastic action, okay? In other words, go extreme, go big or go home, okay? If all you can do is just do one thing particularly, let's call it a blog post or a social media post, great. Find a way to make 2. Find a way to do 3. Find a way to do 4. Find a way to do 5 and continue to get better in the process. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's no room for excuses on the road to success. There's no room for excuses at all. What there is room for improvement. And improvement doesn't come without action being taken first. So take drastic action. Go big, go bold, take drastic action. Number 3, and finally, discipline, okay? Discipline, or in even simpler terms, consistency, right? Now you gotta be disciplined in your approach. In other words, if you lay something out and you're gonna go ahead and take the actions that are necessary, stay on top of it. Continue to take those actions. But then also discipline yourself to where you get up and do it even when you don't feel like it. Because I promise you those times are coming, and those seasons do come, especially if you commit yourself to step number 2, which is taking drastic action. You see, most people, when they're fired up, it's easy for them to take massive action, but it's also easy for them to get burnt out, especially after a short period of time. They're gung-ho, they're coming full steam, they're hitting it hard, and then they fizzle out, right? And they wonder, well, how come they're not rich yet? Or how come they're not successful yet? How come I haven't hit my goals yet, right? It's because you didn't have discipline. You didn't have a disciplined approach, right? It's okay to take drastic action. I'm pushing you to do that, but you also need to be disciplined. You also need to exercise consistency. You need to go ahead and develop the mindset that says, I will get this done no matter what. And done is better than perfect. And things need to get done or things don't get done, right? And if things don't get done, I don't get paid. You need to develop this type of discipline. So stay disciplined in your approach and find ways to go ahead and make that streamlined for yourself. You know, there's a lot of things that you can leverage these days. There's a lot of apps and tools and technology and programs that can help you in terms of staying on time, staying on task, staying organized, right? Reminding you on the things that you have to do, but stay disciplined. I find that staying disciplined is one of the keys to helping you stay consistent. And we all know that that's important on the road to success. So make sure that above all else, you stay disciplined. There you have it, my friends. This is very quick and dirty, down to earth, very simple, but very practical approach on how to actually achieve your goals. I firmly believe that if you focus on these 3 core components, in defining what your goals are and taking drastic action and laying aside your excuses, but then also being disciplined in your approach, being disciplined when the storms come and the hard times come and you get burnt out, staying disciplined and pushing through those areas and pushing through those seasons, I promise you're going to see success much sooner than if you don't do these things, right? If you've been burnt out before, maybe you find yourself in a place where you feel like you've been trying so hard, or at least in your mind you are, and you still haven't seen success, maybe it's time to revisit some of these items here. And I'm hoping by doing so, you'll find the encouragement and find the empowerment that you need and continue to break through to your next big success, all right? So there you have it, my friends. Again, I trust this was helpful. Make sure you give me a like and a comment and a subscribe. That's the most important thing. Hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss out on any more hot new content that I got coming down the pipe just for you. Now, if you haven't had a chance yet, make sure that you click on the first link in my description box. It's my free gift to you. It's my ebook. It's called The Digital Freedom Shortcut. It shows you exactly what I did to leave the corporate lifestyle to doing what I'm doing now. And couldn't be more happy to share that with you. Very, very excited. And it's my gift to you just for stopping by and being a valued subscriber and a follower. I truly appreciate that and look forward to continuing to serve you in the future. All right, that's it, my friends. I'm out of here. Take care. See you next time.